Lifting and carrying is part of life from childhood. In fact, as children, lifting and carrying comes naturally. As adults, we're often told how to lift and carry correctly. It's a message that is drilled into us. Yet, we find that bad lifting and carrying technique is a major cause of workplace injuries, including the potential for serious damage to the back. For children, correct lifting technique is automatic. They don't consider that there's another way to do it. But as adults, we get lazy. We get complacent. We bend our spines, lift with our backs, and do ourselves a lot of damage. So, what is it that children do naturally that we should be doing? First, they get a good foundation for the lift. Children instinctively know it will be much easier to lift something with their feet apart, creating a stable base to lift from. Around hip-width apart, with the load between the feet, is a good stance for lifting. Second, they keep the back as straight as possible and bend the knees to get down to the load. Since children's back muscles are not fully developed, this is the only way a child can lift a significant load. And because it doesn't put stress on the back, it's the best way for everyone to lift. Next, they get a good, firm grip on the load, using the whole hand, not just their fingers. Keeping the back straight, they then straighten the legs to get into a standing position. When carrying the load, children will hold it in close to the body. The farther away a load is from you, the heavier it will seem, and the more stress it will place on your muscles and spine. A child will act to minimize the stress on developing bones and muscles. Putting the load down is the same process reversed. The whole thing's pretty simple, really. So simple our kids manage it without even thinking. But it's not just incorrect technique that could hurt you in the long run. You'll also run the risk if you try to lift loads that you really shouldn't. If you have to move something that is too heavy, too big, or too awkward, what should you do? Using a mechanical aid to help you lift or move the load is the best option. If this is impossible, seek help from colleagues and perform a team lift. If, however, a load is beyond your comfortable lifting capacity, and neither of these options is available or practical, then simply do not lift it. Children lift and carry properly because they're not grown up enough to do it incorrectly. Only when we grow to be bigger and stronger do we start to pick up bad habits, not considering that in the long run, it could damage us irreparably. It's not hard to save yourself pain and trouble when lifting and carrying. In fact, it's child's play.